If you are a PlayStation Plus Extra or Premium subscriber, then August 2026 might just be the best month you have had all year. Because Sony has quietly dropped one of the strongest game catalog lineups in recent memory. And today we are breaking down every single title, when you can play it, and whether it is actually worth your time. We have got a genre-defining co-op shooter, one of the biggest role-playing games of the last 2 years, a brand new atmospheric adventure, an addictive indie hit, and a handful of surprises for premium members. So if you want to know exactly what to download first, stick around, because this list is stacked from top to bottom. Let's start with the headliner, and honestly, there was no question which game was going to lead this month off. Helldivers 2 has officially landed on PlayStation Plus Extra, and it went live on August 12th, worldwide, ahead of the rest of the lineup. If you have somehow missed the hype around this game, Helldivers 2 puts you in the boots of a Helldiver, fighting on behalf of Super Earth in a chaotic, unforgiving, and often hilarious galactic war against alien forces. What makes this game special is the tone. It constantly walks a line between over-the-top satire and genuinely intense cooperative combat. And that mix has kept its community alive and thriving for well over a year now. The timing of this catalog release could not be better either, because it landed alongside a massive new content update called Devoid of Liberty, which pushes the story further into a new threat called the Void, introduces mutated Illuminate enemies, and even lets SEAF ground troops fight alongside you on the battlefield. So if you are jumping in fresh through PS Plus, you are not just getting an old game, you are getting Helldivers 2 at one of its most exciting moments. For anyone who loves squad-based shooters, chaotic friendly fire moments, and that addictive gear progression loop, this alone might be worth the subscription price this month. Next up, and honestly this might be the single biggest addition to game catalog in 2026 so far, is Kingdom Come Deliverance II. This is a massive, deeply immersive role-playing game from Warhorse Studios, and it continues the story of Henry of Skalitz as he gets pulled into political conflict, personal revenge, and a brutal civil war set in 15th century Bohemia. What sets this series apart from other medieval RPGs is its commitment to historical realism. There is no magic here, no dragons, just grounded melee combat, deep dialogue systems, and a world that reacts to your choices in ways that feel genuinely consequential. You can explore sprawling forests, walk through bustling medieval towns, and get pulled into political intrigue that actually has weight behind it. This game earned a Game of the Year nomination when it originally released, and now it is sitting right inside your PS Plus Extra subscription at no extra cost. If you have 50, 60, even 100 hours to sink into something, this is the game to commit to this month. Now let's talk about the game that is giving this month its atmosphere and mystery, and that is Hell Is Us. This is a newer, more unique addition to the catalog, an atmospheric action-adventure where you cut a path through a world infested with terrifying creatures called chimeras, all while trying to unravel the mystery behind why they exist in the first place. What makes Hell Is Us stand out is its sense of dread and exploration. It is not a straightforward action game. It leans into environmental storytelling, tension, and discovery, giving it a very different pace compared to something like Helldivers 2. If you are someone who enjoys slower burn adventure games with a strong narrative hook, this is going to scratch a very specific itch that the rest of the lineup does not really cover. And then, almost as a palate cleanser between these bigger, heavier experiences, we have got Vampire Survivors joining the catalog as well. If you have not played this yet, Vampire Survivors is a roguelite where you control a character that automatically attacks nearby enemies, and your only real job is to move, dodge, and pick the right upgrades as the screen slowly fills with hundreds, sometimes thousands, of enemies. It sounds simple, but it is incredibly addictive, and it is available on both PS5 and PS4, so almost everyone with a PlayStation Plus subscription is going to be able to jump in. This is the kind of game you tell yourself you will play for 10 minutes, and then suddenly an hour has disappeared. Now, here's where things get interesting, because Sony did something a little different with the release schedule this month. Instead of dropping everything on a single day, the games are rolling out in waves. Helldivers 2 came first on August 12th. Most of the remaining titles, including Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and Vampire Survivors, arrive on August 18th. And then, in the United States, United Kingdom, and Japan specifically, a final wave lands on August 25th, and this wave includes Hell Is Us, Umamusum Pretty Derby Party Dash, 2 Point Museum, Metro Exodus, and Dying Light 2. That is right, Metro Exodus and Dying Light 2 are also part of this lineup, giving fans of post-apocalyptic shooters and zombie survival games even more reason to stay subscribed this month. So depending on your region, you might be waiting a little longer for that final batch. But trust me, it is worth the wait. And we cannot forget about PlayStation Plus Premium subscribers, because you are getting to classic titles on top of everything we just covered. First up is Onimusha Dawn of Dreams, a beloved action game from the classic PlayStation era that blends samurai combat with supernatural horror elements. And alongside that, somewhat unexpectedly, is Disney's Atlantis: The Lost Empire, a PS2-era adventure game based on the animated film. These two additions are a nice reminder of why Premium exists in the first place, giving long-time PlayStation fans a chance to revisit games that might otherwise be forgotten. So let's break this down simply. If you only have time for one game this month, Kingdom Come Deliverance II is going to give you the most value in terms of raw hours and depth. If you want something to play with friends, Helldivers 2 is an easy pick, especially with that new content update. If you want a shorter, more atmospheric experience, Hell is Us is going to be your best bet. And if you just want something to relax within short bursts, Vampire Survivors is going to eat up more of your time than you.